Welcome back to Katie Quiz, brought to you by GBU Life. It is now time for our final round, a round we call More or Less. And in this round, there are some huge points up for grabs. What we do here is we have two sets of clues for each team. In a set of clues, there are up to 3 clues available. After the first clue, the points value is 30 points. 30 if they get it right, 30 points is deducted if they get it wrong. They can take a second clue, though, and that drops the points value down to 20. 20 if they get it right, 20 points will be deducted if they get it wrong, if they decide to answer after that second clue. There's a third clue available. That drops the points value down to 10. 10 if they get it right, 10 is deducted if they get it wrong or fail to answer. And we do this twice. Now, if a team is able to answer both questions at the 30-point value, we give them a 25-point bonus. So that means 85 points is available to get here, but there's also the ability to lose 60 points. And that means this is still anyone's game. Up first will be our team from Bentworth High School. And Bentworth, here is your first set of clues, starting with the 30-point value clue. This author described the origins of Prince Dakar in his novel, The Mysterious Island. Who was that author for 30 points? Or would you like to take a second clue for 20?
Can we have the next clue?
For 20 points. In another novel by this author, Ned Land and Pierre Aronnax survive the wreck of the Abraham Lincoln and are rescued by Captain Nemo. Who is this author for 20 points? Or would you like to take a third clue for 10?
Can we get the final clue?
For 10 points. The submarine Nautilus appears in what French author's novel, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Do you have an answer?
Is it Melville?
Melville is a great guess, but we were looking for Jules Verne on that one. Up next, here's your first clue for 30 points. This 2013 documentary, Blackfish, criticizes SeaWorld for the treatment of what species? Would you like to answer for 30 points or take a second clue for 20?
Orcas?
Orcas, or killer whales. So you gained 30 points on the second question. Unfortunately, we have to dock 10 from the first, so you netted 20 points in this round, taking you up to 445 on the day, Bentworth. Up next is our team from Brashear High School. And Brashear, here is your first set of clues, starting with the clue at the 30-point value. This city's name is a derivative of the Indian name Sealth. Sealth was a chief of the Suquamish tribe at the time the first white settlers arrived in 1851. What city is that for 30 points? Or would you like to take a second clue for 20?
May we please get the second clue?
For 20 points. It is surrounded by 3 national parks and has more than 485 parks within its city limits. Would you like to give us this city for 20 points or take a third clue for 10?
We're going to ask for the third clue, right?
For 10 points. Name on Puget Sound in the Pacific Northwest. The futuristic Space Needle is a 1962 World's Fair legacy and its most iconic landmark.
Seattle.
Seattle is correct. You just added 10 points to your score. And here is your second set of clues, starting with the clue at the 30-point value. The protagonist of this musical laments the impossibility of their love with Fiyero in I'm Not That Girl. Would you like to answer for 30 points or take a second clue for 20?
We would like to ask for the second one.
The second clue. This musical's protagonist escapes a building in the Emerald City while singing Defying Gravity. Would you like to answer for 20 points or take a third clue for 10?
Wicked.
Wicked is correct. You got 10 on the first question, 20 on the second question, and that takes you up to 435 on the day. Very nice job today. Brashear. Finally up, we have our team from Avonworth High School in Avonworth. Here's your first set of clues, starting with the 30-point value clue. The smallest type of this animal, named for a Thai zoologist and its pig-like snout, is the kitty hog-nosed variety of this animal. Would you like to tell us what this animal is for 30 points, or take a second clue for 20? What would you like to do?
Hippo?
Hippo is a great answer, but bats was what we were looking for on that one. Unfortunately, we have to knock off 30 points there, but I see the strategy you were using, and that was a very smart play on your part. Here's your second set of clues, starting with the 30-point value clue. Name this legendary outlaw hero of a series of English ballads, some of which date from at least as early as the 14th century. This person treated women, the poor, and the people of humble status with courtesy. Who was this legendary outlaw for 30 points, or would you like to take a second clue for 20?
Robin Hood?
Robin Hood. You lost 30 on the first one, gained 30 on the second one, so that means your score remains the same at 360 points. This was a great matchup to the very end, but this week it was Bentworth who snuck out ahead by 10 points, capturing our final place in the playoffs. Brashear and Avonworth, thank you for a great competition today, and we are going to have another great competition for you next time as we head towards the playoffs of Katie Quiz, brought to you by GBU Life.